Hello again, this is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for the old guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video number 71. What I want to talk about is the update. On the last video we talked about how we search, let's go to the actual contact form. These are my designs before. How we could put name here or anything, or email or whatever, and do the search, and then what happens is it populates the actual form because it has a PHP. Let's see what we got here. Let's get up there. It has the let's go to right here. It has an actual under value. It has a PHP echo command that echoes the actual value that's in this variable that is actually put in. Let's go in here. Right here, see? It gets called. Where are we? Right here. See? It gets called and then it gets put into here. This is the actual value that is being echoed in the actual contact form. So when it calls itself, it goes through this process. It keeps going all the way back to the form, and then that form will have the information. So if I want, like, let's go Andres like that. You do the search. See, it goes back. Now, in the real production server or production scripts, you can actually go straight to another page with the actual form embedded. But because I'm using the same form that is actually calling itself, and it's actually calling itself and it's going through this process right here. It finds out that you did hit search, right? Remember all that? Well, what I'm going to do is do the same thing using the same process, plus it's going to go to the update. In the update one, it says update right here. It takes whatever you had. Remember the actual variable that you created before? What happens is it puts that information back. Everything that's in that. See, when you do it, let's go down there. Let's go down first. We'll change something in the URL. We just have some stupid thing. See how it calls back, but it populates the actual thing. Test my site. I didn't do it for these guys because I didn't really care. I was only concentrating on this. But in reality, you make sure that you put that same information right into these. This is a select. This is a checkbox, and this is an option box. That's what they call it. Right? So you remember, you hit the thing, you did the search, boom, it's back, it found it. Here we go. So what you want to change? Let's change something here. It's Andres, right? So how about if we take out this crap? Then what you do is you hit the update button. It says, look, remember when I was telling you that little section where it gives you there's three little things that this will be for something else, and this was because I updated it. This could have all been in here. It's just that when I was doing it, I wanted to do 3 different types so I can never use it again. In the real production one, I'm not going to have this one. I'm going to make sure it's all in one box. But I wanted to have it. I wanted to have the choice of though. But I'll show you that when when we look at it again. Anyway, so let's get to the let's get to the right. Oh, did I bypass that? Sure did. Went too quick. There you go. It puts it right back. Oh, I thought it did. No, it does not put it right back. It updates. It tells you that it updates. So if I wanted to check, I can check using the view database. If I check the view database, yeah, that's what it is. In the update thing, I could have went right back and do that, but when I'm looking at it over here, it's not doing that. And an update, oh, this is just a test. So I put everything in that quote. It's the comments. It updates the when you hit the update, it creates the variable, the query update. Call it any name you want, but you try to keep it as close as what you're doing. And you are querying, right? But you also want to update. So then you're going to create an update select command, and this is how it's done. See, the select goes, where is the select at? I guess I can look right here. See, the select does this. Since this is all commented out, let's go here. See how it says select asterisk? I mean, I want you to select all records from this table where the name equals to this, or when the last name is equal to this, or when an email. See how that's done? But the update is, of course, different because it's a different command. Update temp. Oh, wait a minute. Did I call that the right table? Wait a second. Oh, sure it is. Okay. I got myself there confused. So you use the updates SQL language, part of the language, right? Command. And what you're doing is I want you to update this table, and I want you to set the first name to this, last name to this, email address. All of them will have it all here. See, it's all going to be there because I'm actually calling it over here, and I'm getting all that information from before when it was called, right? So then what happens is you go like this, you go, now you just create. This doesn't do nothing. This is not going to do anything. Then you do my connect, which is going to connect to the database. Remember that? Right here, it goes to connect to the database. It goes like that. If it works, it tries it. If there's no errors, you don't have to worry about this. It just says, it's fine. It's going to continue. Then you're going to do a prepare statement, and you should always use the prepare statement because it also gives you a sense of security, and it does. It helps you out. And what you're going to say is you're going to create an object called $db, which you've seen that before, and it's going to use a method called prepare statement, and you have parentheses. But within that parentheses, you're going to you're going to add that select statement that you created, that you assign an update statement to it. Then you look, now I know you're looking at this here a little weird because normally in the select statement, like right here, let me see, I actually use the actual, what's the first name at? Right here. Let's go like this. I actually use the actual, the first name, but in this situation, we're not going to do that. We're going to use a placeholder. See, normally you could kind of do this. I'm gonna go like this. I really hate to, like this, see? And you do it for the last name, email, and all that, but which is cool. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, but what you want to do is give it another security, another little layer of security, right? So what you do is you create a placeholder. That's all. You name it anything you want because you have, just remember that you're gonna use this for the bind value statements. So what you do is you use this, right? Then it connects. Then it uses the prepare statement. It says, okay, I want you to prepare. This is going to be prepared, right? Now that it's already being prepared, you're going to do you're going to bind the value to that placeholder. So in reality, you're using this is first name, that's the placeholder. Here it goes, first name. Remember, you got to put them in single quotes. It could be double quotes. But I like to do different things, so I like single quotes here. Then you're going to say comma, and then you're going to give it the actual variable that you're using. The actual variable that you actually got over here. See? Because the variable was assigned the actual value of that record. I'm going to save that. I'm going to put it right next to each other right there. See? It's going to use that information and you're going to put it inside first name. So basically when you select this, you create this like that, and once you execute it, what it does is takes this information, this which is here, the variable, real variable that has the value, and you connect them together. You bind them, get it? Bind value with the placeholder. Then once you, because you have it set up like here, because you have a placeholder, that's why. Say, well, how are you going to get that information in there? Well, we're doing it over here. We're actually adding it over here. Let's get rid of that. Right, and then once you execute, it will execute the command. It's going to update the template set, the first name, and you're going to give it the actual new first name and the actual new last name, the new email, and so on, right? Where the record ID equals to the temp ID, which is this happens to be this. See, because when you did that, when you search for the, I mean, I can start all over again. Let's do this, and let's get down there real quick. See, it's there. Let me see if it did anything here. Sure, see how it happened? See where it is? Now you can see, look, it got changes. But I didn't want to show you like this. I wanted to show you. And plus, look, you got your ID too. Remember, Andres is the second one in that database. And that's what that is right here. And then we added it to here. So when you update it, you execute. Now this here is just to echo because I wanted to test. You can either go straight to the website, like when you update. Let's see. Oh, before didn't want to go there. We'll change that in a second. Right now, let's view from the data. But I guess I can show you this too in a second. Okay, let's do this. You're gonna view it, and I know it looks a little weird here because what we could do is we're gonna make this go into the center, and then this is the actual data. Remember, we changed Andres. Before it was ANDRES. Remember, we took out that. That means we changed it. And shit, I should have had all these things set up too when I had the chance. Anyway, so let's get back there. What we're going to do is we're going to add the RES back. Alright, hurry up. Oh no, I did not do it. Or did I? Oh no, I didn't do anything yet. Psst. Oh boy. Let's go. We're going to do the search. Boom, boom, boom. And I want to, it's there. Let's go here. Let's do RES. Let's update it. Of course, you're not going to see it, but you'll get a message. And let's go down to the thing. I could have done this a little differently and better, because it was only when we first started doing this, we only had the form, right? Because I only was concentrating on the form. But go to the view database, and there it goes. Rivera, Andres RES. Oh, I should have fixed this too. But we had to, again, I messed up. Not that I messed up, but I forgot. Anyway, that's how the update is. I'm gonna give you. This is also gonna be in the description below. Even though this one has everything, see, update has all this stuff already, color coded and all that. But we're gonna give you this first, and then because we're breaking it up little bit by little. We're gonna do the same thing with the actual HTML stuff, because when he was like, well, we could kind of break it. I mean, he liked the idea that I actually, when we spoke from the last video, I spoke to another person, and even told my wife, as a third person, who told me the same thing. So you gotta slow it down, because even though she's not a PHP person, she kind of sits next to to me in another desk area, and she does different things, but she heard and she said, maybe she slow it down and maybe give it a more, maybe you could break it down just like what you're doing with the PHP, so yeah, that's a good idea. I guess I could do that. We'll do that too. Even though I did do it 2 videos again, I know it's just long and it took a while, but we'll break it down just like what we're doing here, okay? On the actual, what is that? The view of the database. Let's go to the contact form. Let's do the contact form. Let's see what we got going here. Let's see. Right here, we got the contact form. We put that information that we hit the search button. They called themselves, right? Let me see, what's the form? Right here. Where is it? Yeah. It called himself again, right? Then it put that, it populated it because we have under the value PHP that's actually taking that information, giving it to you dynamically. So it's echoing that database, right? And then we go down here. Let's get to the button. Yeah, not those. What's the other one? Okay, right here. See the search? Then you do the update, right? You see the update. Come to the update. It searches for it. Says, oh yeah, did you set it? Yes, you did, because you did that. And remember what I told you? Everything that's in that form, that's all. It's all search. Let me see if I. Let me show you what I'm talking about, just in case you didn't see it. See how you got the search? That's what's look. This is what PHP looks for. These things, even the delete. But as you can notice that it's a type. The type is submit. It's all submits. But we're looking at it as a separate thing. And it depends on how the script is doing it on the other end. So it finds that it is an update, and then it does the update part. You understand? This is why I'm breaking it up in these little teeny things so that way you can have it and look at it, study it, and then towards the end when we do the HTML thing, I'll put it together, I'll give you this, the whole thing like this, okay? Alright, so let's see, we got it here, we went here, we did this, we did the search. Now, what we want to do is I want to look at and after we have done this for a few more videos, you should really I might even do the color thing so that way you can understand it. Now, so in other words, if I did this whole thing in red, like red, the whole thing, red, then you know in here I'm going to put it in as, let's see, we're going to say that this is the start of it, but then we'll put something here. We'll do something like this. Maybe we can put it in here too. Yeah, maybe I could do this. It depends on the color. I could just say like this, like that. See, red, and then you know that that's part of that too. Something. I'm just doing these little things to help you find it fast. That's all it is. All right. So then right here, I wanted to do this. The view. Remember how we viewed it? Matter of fact, when I updated the thing, did I get that message? Yes, I did. Let's go back again. I'm going to try something. I'm going to do it quick. As you can see, it's right here. You found it. Let's add this. Then we're going to say update. Boom. See? We get that message, update completed successfully. But when you look up here, you see this? This is the query string. Error RR equals 7. And this is what gave you this information here. So if I went to visit this here, the actual thing, let's get to the front of it. I think maybe it's the back part of the whole. Bear with me, I'm going a little quick here, but just want to prove a point. And we'll talk about it even more. Real quick. Okay, right here. No, we're not there yet. Wow. Well, it is over 4,000 lines. Because I add a whole bunch of stuff together, so that's why. Normally it would be smaller. Alright, that's, where is it? Right here. See? So what happened is, it took, see where it says error 7? It went to 7, right here. And it says update completed successful. That's what you see here. Update completed successful. Because it went over and it found that, it said, oh, this is a function. And it runs that function and it looks like that you put 7 and it actually read this. It's in another section where I'm going to show you how it's done, but not now. Just want to let you know real quick that's what this is here. It's the actual switching case statement. Then you got that information. Then of course let's get down to the oh man, I gotta get ready soon for my I gotta go to the hospital and get that radiation set up for me today. So if you went here, of course it'll give you this right here. I put it over here in the front anyway. I mean, I could have done it in another separate box and then said, look, a dialog box, like JavaScript. We could have done that. But for now, I just wanted everything on one script, just like I keep mentioning. Anyway, you go like this, you see look, I added S. See how I added the S right here? Right, now how this is done, what happens is once you do, let's go to the contact form again, right here. That's the other contact form. Is that the main one? Nope. There you go, right here. When I went to hit, where are we? Did I miss it? Oh, right here. View, right here, look. View DB. It's also a submit. I'm going to tell you everything is a submit. But it's looking for view ALL. So if you go to UVAL, boom, there it goes. Same thing, right? It's a post, it's a form, it's a post, because that's the method. And then it says, oh, look, it's set. That means that you actually hit a submit button on that form. And so, oh yeah, you did that. So now it creates a global view. It's just a variable. Could have called you anything. I made this into a 1 because it's going to use this for something else. Then you go to view data, null. Then you're going to say select the actual table. You're going to select all of it. And it's only 4 records. And then you're going to create my connection, to the database. And the prepare statement is going to use this string, simple one, don't need no bind value or placeholders. You're going to prepare that, you're going to execute it, that's it. Now remember how we did the search, it's the same idea. So you do the search or method of the object, right? Now remember, don't forget to close it. Then you're going to say this is a no, and then within that view HTML, I embedded, you know how we have done that you embed PHP within the HTML? When this one is the reverse. We embedding the HTML data 5 stuff into a variable, which is a PHP variable. The dot means that once you have created this and you go to the next line, just keep adding to it. That's why you see it, double like that or triple like over here. And what happens, it keeps adding that information. It does this part right here on top. Then when it comes to this part right here, you're going to read that data. Remember the stuff that you fetch over view data? This is what this is. For each of the view data, which is 4 records, I want you to call it a $view. I'm going to call it $V or $duck or $eat eggs. But if you're going to do this, make it smaller than what the original is right there. And then of course you keep adding the actual data. And you know this because when you see what it says view, $view, this is what it is, $view. The record ID is the actual database ID, this is it right here. This is the record ID. If you're gonna use the first name, same idea. It's gonna use all the first names. It's gonna do the last name and so on and so on. That's how that is done. You go like this. You close the table because this is what a table looks like. Okay, and that's it. Once you do that, you get that information like this, and it just keeps going down the line. You know what I mean? Now, it says go to contact. I guess if it'll jump to the contact, and I'll go right straight down to the form. Oh, there you go. Very good. Maybe I should do that to the rest of them too. And anyway, that's how it's done. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you did understand what I'm talking about. I'm giving it to you. This whole thing here, I'm giving it to you separately, and it'll be in the description below, so that way you can have it. Again, towards the end, I'll give you the whole thing one shot to you. So I'm going to copy that, right? Then we're going to, well, I'm using Atom, by the way. We're going to open a new file. You're not looking at it, but I'm doing off the thing. We're going to stick this guy in there, right? This is PHP. And then what we're going to do is, we're going to call it, same idea. We're going to say File, Save As. And we're going to call it Study. And since this is a view database, we'll do that. .ahh. There you go. And we're gonna save it, and boom, there you go. We have it. Now, since we'll move that there. And the reason why it doesn't look colorful like the way I have it here, because it's not surrounded by PHP. Like, in other words, if I went like this, what is that? PHP to start off. And now let's see how you get the color. Maybe I should do that to all of them. What the heck? See, when you have this, when you call, let's say you got this main one and you call it in. Remember how we use the include command that includes a table, and let's say that these are files. All you need is just the first part. You don't need to close it up. Like, you don't have to go like this. Close it up like this, like that. Oops, sorry. You don't have to do this, okay? But for now, we can keep it like that, for you can understand it. Just remember, when you're ready to do it, just take it off. But I'm going to give you the whole thing anyway, and that will be it. All right, so let's save this. We'll save this. That will be nice and colorful for you. You know, another one here. Oh, that one's colorful. How about this one? Let's add that one in. Boom. Booyah. Oops. There you go. Save it. Let's do the connection too. What the heck? Let's give it a nice color. You don't need to, but it's just something way from, because we're looking at it, right? PHP. There you go. Let's save it. Now this is CSS. So where the color has all the CSS stuff. I'm gonna give you that too. I'll give it to you now, and then in the very end, I'll give you the actual thing, which is this one, the whole thing. But it's not gonna be this one. It's gonna be called CRUD. And on the next video, we're gonna deal with the delete. This one we already did. The create the report will do, and then we'll do these two. So basically, you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, wait, don't forget the insert. We're gonna do that too. So we're gonna do 5 videos. We're gonna break it down. Then I'll give you that whole main one, which is the whole thing again. Then we'll break the what is it? The actual HTML. We'll break it down too. Okay. We'll just do it from pieces to pieces, and we'll add colors so that we can see where it is. Like when you look at it, you say red, and you see red around this whole thing, you know this is what I'm talking about. It's just another way of pinpointing, so that way you don't be looking for, oh, where is I don't understand this. Plus, it also has these little markers right at the end of the dynamic. I want to show you how the dynamic does to the beginning of the dynamic. We'll do that too. We'll do that separately too. I know you've seen it real quick, but we'll give it to you too. We'll break it down slowly, then we'll give you a video and a description of just cut and paste that stuff and into the description you can have. I'm gonna like break this whole thing up in sections, and that way you can have it in sections, look at it, and then we'll do the whole main one. All right, well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, can you give me a like, because it will help me out, and if you want to subscribe, that will help me out. If you want to comment and tell me that I'm going too fast, or you need to slow down, or whatever, man, just give me anything. Let's get a dialogue here. Let's talk. Anyway, this is video, what is it, 71. Again, give me a like, and until next time, a good night.